All right, welcome. Travis Lofke here with the Human Upgrade Project, episode number 15. Quick little drink of coffee whilst I doth kill a few minutes. Not just kill a few minutes with nothing, but something that would make you a little bit smarter and give you a little bit of information, even if you don't think it does. It will. So, I have a new little thing that I thought of as far as what the Human Upgrade Project is, and something I might add into my intro. But until then, make sure my mic is working. Until then, random squared for the day. Today's odd, bizarre, National American Holiday. R. Where are they at? National, this is tomorrow, because it's always the evening, almost always evening when I do this. So tomorrow, June 3rd, National Egg Day, as in the things that chickens lay. The chicken or the egg. They're both delicious. Not quite as delicious as beef, but both delicious. So, National Egg Day tomorrow. Also, a really fun one for you. It's National Repeat Day. As in, Pete and Repeat were sitting on a log. Pete fell off. Who was left? Repeat. Pete and Repeat were sitting on a log. Anyways, I amuse myself because I don't have anybody else to amuse me for me. But something interesting, I did look up on Repeat Day, and I found it kind of interesting that some people find it to not be. It could be either a good day or a bad day. So just repeat the good stuff. I don't know why you would repeat anything other than that. So if you're having a bad day, just think of a good day. Anyways, with that said, we're at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. We're almost at the 3-minute mark where we will begin. So, once again, Travis Lofke with the Human Upgrade Project. And what I've decided is just a brief one-sentence summary of what I'm doing here. Human Upgrade Project is where human optimization meets personal development, because personal development's awesome. Human optimization, biohacking, life hacking, mind hacking, all of that is really awesome. But I don't see anybody putting the two together. And if you don't put the two together, it's like having pancakes without syrup, or butter, or French toast without pancakes, or butter, or bacon, or any of that. So, today's episode number 15, a wee problem with my methods to learning more and doing more. And I realized this one during my trip this past weekend, last Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I guess the weekend's not over yet, but almost. So on Friday, my buddy Spence and I went to see one of our mentors, Michael Burnoff, who we get amazing advice and personal development through. If you don't know who he is, I'll put a link in here to his page and information, because I highly recommend it, as I've said a couple times, because a lot of it fits very well when you're optimizing the human body, mind, and all of that. So, something I realized in there, I believe I've mentioned this a couple times, but I have a protocol that I follow when I'm doing most of my experiments, and it's my 21-7 protocol. 21 days of testing, 7 days of integration. The fascinating thing was, on Friday at the leadership meeting that we were at, and the things that we were going through, Michael was talking about how when we try to change things in our lives, no matter what they are, we end up going through this couple of different phases, and I have some notes on my version of it. But it's basically you go through chaos, and where you're trying to make all this stuff fit and work, and then you have to go through an integration phase where you make it fit. And that is basically what the 21/7 is, right? 21 days of testing. My live stream just went out, so 21 days of testing, 7 days of integration. But during that 7 days of integration, during that period, you will have chaos and trying to figure out whether or not you're going to be able to fit it in. Along with that, looking at my notes here, I made a couple notes on this, and I just decided like last minute to jump on here and talk about this. It's basically testing. It's not basically, it is. It's testing, deciding whether or not you want to do the thing, and then integrating the thing into your life, not to change. And this is another thing from Michael that was really, really cool. It's not about changing what you're doing, it's about transforming what you're doing. And that's where I talked about this in the past, is it's about integrating it into your life so that you can continue to do it. So once you decide whether or not you want to do it, do the thing that you've been testing or trying. Once you make that decision, if you're going to integrate it into your life, how are you going to do it so that you don't have to change what you're doing? You transform it, you integrate it into your schedule, into your routine, into your life, so that it doesn't become another thing to do, just becomes what you are. So there's that. Hey, what's up, guys? Spence, Yuri. I'm not sure when everybody jumped on. I'm gonna get an assistant, and that's gonna be freaking awesome, because they're gonna like take care of all this technological stuff for me, and then I'll be able to just ramble on and make people smarter, better, faster, and all of that. Another little note that I made here, and I'll get into what the we problem is with what I'm doing. And it's self-inflicted, so I can't blame anybody, and there's nothing wrong with my format and my protocol. I need to follow it. But one thing I realized as I was putting my notes together and doing all of this is that a lot of people say, decide then do. And this is just something I came up with. I don't know if I've heard it somewhere. Doesn't matter either way. Decide then do. That's great. But I say do, then decide. And that's where the testing and all of that's where the 21/7 comes in. Do it for 21 days. And then decide if you're going to continue doing it. So I guess it could be a do, decide, do. Does that make sense? Nice. Okay, good, Yuri. I'm hoping that nice meant nice to that. So do the thing, then decide if you're going to do the thing. The biggest thing is the decision in the thing that you are doing. And the reason I say that is because people are like, I need to decide to do this. You need to do to decide it. Because until you do to decide it, you're just going to decide to do it over and over again, and it's going to be this big thing in your head that's never going to make anything happen. I'm sure that makes sense to somebody. It does to me. So the wee problem that I have with this, and I have to remind myself of this, is when you're doing before deciding, you have to do a limited amount of things. And I thought of this because I was going through and I was making all my little notes and things in my book here on all of the stuff that I need to do to implement to become the only ballerino in the world that can deadlift 300 kilos. And it's not all about that. It's the person I become while I'm doing that. And that's the thing that you have to look at beyond what you are doing is the side effects and the ripple effects from that and how it affects the other areas of your life. However, what happened was I was going through and making my list of all the things that I needed to do, which are all doable. But as I was doing that, the list it gets a little overwhelming because it's like, okay, I need to dance this many days a week. I need to get my nutrition dialed in. I need to do my exercises to make sure I keep my legs strong and my calf strong and all of that. I need to make sure that I'm on my powerlifting training because that's not been 100% like normal, 113%. Correction. And so I'm making this big giant list of all these things that need to happen and basically just overwhelming myself instead of breaking it down into the bite-sized chunks that are necessary to make it happen, to make me, to optimize my mind and my body, because that's where it comes into. Everybody thinks, oh, you just go work out a lot and dance a lot and you'll be really good. And that's the problem with that is that works kind of, but if you don't integrate the mind into the entire process of what you are technically hacking as far as nutrition and perspective and mindset and all of that goes, if you don't integrate the two, then it's just going to take you twice as long to do anything. Again, I don't make the rules, it's just how it works. And that's why this is where I had the epiphany about the human optimization, basically like biohacking, but it's not just biohacking, it's human optimization. Mind, body, spirit stuff. Human optimization meeting personal development. So, doing then deciding. So you might have missed that in the beginning. Doing, oh jeez Louise, what is this? I have stuff popping up on my screen over here. If you do before you decide, you'll know, you'll have more motivation to either do or not do in the future, if that makes sense. So the doing is you do it, just the old lame, the stupid Nike, just do it. So yeah, just do it. And then you'll know and you can decide, is this something I want to keep just doing? Or is this stupid and useless and I don't know why I did this in the first place? So let me move on to something else. That's the way that I look at it and the way that I do it. But you need to be selective in what you're doing, like I was just saying, because otherwise you end up with a giant book. You end up with a giant list of things that just become overwhelming. And I'll get into that more as far as how I categorize and organize and keep track of the things that I'm doing. So quick recap. This is going to be short tonight. Quick recap. People say decide then do, which does work. But what works better is do then decide. Do the thing, then decide if you want to keep doing the thing. And if you do want to keep doing the thing, going back to my 21-7 protocol, 21 days, that's not set in stone, that's a framework, like I say with everything that I do. Let me know, Yuri or Spence, am I going in and out on Facebook? Is this actually working? Because it looks like I'm going to have to redo this episode or something. With that said, do then decide, because it's a 21-7 format, framework. Do for 21 days. Decide if you're going to continue doing it. And if you're going to continue doing it, figure out how to integrate it into your life to transform what you're doing, not change what you're doing. Yes. Getting your overthinking out of the way. Exactly, Spence. Yeah. I'm the king of overthinking, overcomplicating also. But I've renounced my crown. I only visit the palace once in a while to remind myself that the overcomplication and overthinking and over everything else is inefficient and ineffective. So that's about all I've got for tonight. Anybody have any questions? It's kind of I'm getting this thing dialed in. I am getting this thing dialed in. And we're going to, beginning at latest July 1st, we're going to be starting a series. I'm going to be walking people through. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this yet, but it's going to happen. And we're going to do at least one 21 and 7 protocol. I'm going to come up with a really awesome name for this, but 21-7 is going to work for now. The 21-7 Super Masters Protocol Theory Program for ultimate success in Smurf land. Because Smurfs need success too. But in all seriousness, I'm going to be doing at least one of these. I haven't decided if I'm going to just do it to do it, or if there's going to be a beta program that I'm going to put people through to test it out and see if it is a viable thing to actually try. I probably will do the beta thing because I want to make sure that people that are in there are serious about what we're going to do. And what we're going to do is make sure that we set a frame, use a framework to set a base to the pyramid of whatever your final destination, your goals, your achievements of what you want to do mentally and physically and who you want to be and become are in place. And we're going to do one thing at a time. We're not going to have the Conquer the World program in 21 days because I'm not going to sell that, because that's a bunch of crap. But we are going to have the 21-7 Framework Protocol Super Smurf program. I'm just calling, I don't know. Oh, good, Yuri. Good. Still looking good there. So let me know. I know like the 3 people that see this, I'll start running some ads or doing something like that to get the word out a little bit more. And I'll put together a more cohesive, coherent, condensed, concise version of what I've just gone over and how my 21-7 framework works, so that you'll have a better understanding of what we'll be doing when we go through it and when we go through it together. Because some of the things that I'm going to go through in the future as we do this, I haven't even done yet. And that's the best part, because that's the biggest thing I've learned over the years, is that doing things by yourself is actually not that bad, but you make it a lot farther and make it a lot more powerful when you add in more people. It's more motivating, even though I don't believe in motivation. It's easier to follow through with what you're doing when you have other like-minded people in the same area, in the same group, in the same community as you are. So with that said, we're coming up on the 20-minute mark, sort of, kind of, and I am at the point now where I don't have any more notes. And you now know what the random squared random holidays are. You understand that pick one thing, do it for 21 days. On day 22, decide, am I going to keep doing this or I'm not going to keep doing this? And if you're not going to keep doing it, then great, move on. If you are going to keep doing it, how are you going to integrate that into your life to transform what you're doing and not change what you're doing? Because even I love upgrading, adapting, and modifying what I'm doing to become a better human, superhuman, remarkable, extraordinary individual. But even change for me is not as easy as transformation and adaptation and integration, so that it becomes part of who you are, not what you do. Because none of us need more things to do. Especially this guy. Don't need any more things to do. Plenty of those. So, as I always say, before I finish, if you enjoyed this, like it, share it, comment, leave me questions, leave me scathing reviews. I don't care. Just leave me some feedback and let me know what you think. And if you have any ideas for anything that you would like me to cover in the future as far as upgrading your mind, body, or spirit, because I'm a closet hippie, so I'm happy to go there. Not all the time, but I'll delve into whatever. If you have any ideas on that, leave me a question comment below. Share this with your friends and family, because I know that even if they're not into it, they could just point and laugh and poke fun at me. But the people who will get this and understand it are the people that will use it and actually benefit from it, and are the people that I would like to have be part of this community, so that we're all on the same page. And with that said, have an amazing day, because it's better than the alternative.